Football 5 here every Saturday. I'm your host, Fiona McAllister, and these are our pundits. We've got Liam Bainbridge, Jared Parker, Ivan Rabbit, Robert Island, and Joshua Hood. What a lad. This is our brand new weekly competition, and we're going to be predicting the scores. All you have to do is predict the scores as well, and you could win a pitcher of beer. First prediction for Saturday is Arsenal versus Sunderland, and that's coming from Jared.
Yeah, Arsenal Sunderland at the Emirates, which Sunderland's always a tough game for Arsenal. I was at the FA Cup one last season and Arsenal just didn't turn up. Being at home there, I think it should favour Arsenal, obviously, and signings that they made, I can't see past 2-1 Arsenal.
Our other predictions, Liam?
Well, I've got Arsenal down. I'm actually backing Jared here. I can see 2-1 Arsenal. A bit leaky at the back, so Sunderland will score. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
Ivan?
I reckon Arsenal will struggle, this whole Van Persie saga. I reckon 2-1 Sunderland. 2-1 Sunderland. 2-1 Sunderland.
What about Josh? Josh, is there anyone coming?
I don't think it'll be as difficult for Arsenal as everyone's expecting. I think they'll start the season strong. 3-1 win for Arsenal.
Finally, Rob.
I think we're looking at probably a 2-0 Arsenal win here. I think Arsenal are going to start off the season full of confidence. They obviously finished really well last season, so I think we're going to see a continuation of that.
Okay, and the next game is QPR versus Swansea, and that's coming from Ivan.
QPR, I think they're going to build on last season. Got Mark Hughes, great manager, great signing in Park. I reckon QPR are going to hit the ground running. Swansea, I can see struggling this season. One of my tips to go down, losing Brendan Rodgers. Yeah, I'm going to say QPR 3-0.
Other scores, Rob?
I'm going for a 1-1 draw on this one, sitting on the fence.
Yeah, I think QPR, they have made some good signings already, so I agree with Ivan actually. I was going to say 3-0 as well. So.
3-0 as well, yeah.
I think it'll be a bit closer than that. I think you're right with Swansea losing the manager. It's going to affect them. QPR, good strikers. Just picked up Junior Hoylett from Blackburn, so I can see 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Charles copying my notes here. everyone seems a bit typical goon. Everyone seems a bit worried about Swansea, but Fiona, I'm really worried about Swansea this year. I think losing their manager is really going to affect them. They might be able to bring it round as the season progresses, but the first third of the season they're really going to struggle. 2-0 QPR, no problem.
So we've got a bit of controversy amongst the pundits there. I don't know what you think about that. Next up is West Brom versus Liverpool, and that's coming from Rob.
Right, it's an interesting game here. A bit open. We've got 2 new managers. No one really knows what's going to happen. I think West Brom might suffer without Roy Hodgson. Obviously used to that very defensive style and shutting teams down. With Brendan Rodgers going to Liverpool, it could be anyone's game. I mean, if he takes that attacking football from Swansea, they could get a real result here. So I reckon probably a 2-1 win for Liverpool here.
Josh on the end?
I think it'll be a boring game, and it'll be like 0-0 draw. That boring.
Again, I agree with Josh on this. I think it's going to be a dull game. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, everyone's going to be finding their feet, aren't they? See Liverpool, new manager. They're bringing back some old signings into the squad from looks of it. Joe Cole coming back, Aquilani as well. Not really sort of proved himself at Liverpool yet. Andy Carroll still up in the air. But West Brom, again, another new manager. The previous 2 have gone on to big things. It's a good stepping up point for the manager at the moment. I can see it being a draw as well. Probably 1-1. Give it to you.
I think I agree. We've got a boring game in our hands. There'll be probably be 2 pieces of action in the game, but I think after both of those, Liverpool will score. Nothing interesting, but I think Liverpool will just have the firepower. 2-0 Liverpool.
boring game apparently. We've got West Ham versus Aston Villa next from Josh.
West Ham. Yeah, I think West Ham are going to do quite well this season. Well, at the start of the season anyway. And Villa, if I was doing predictions, I'm going to predict Villa are going to be in at least the bottom 5. I just don't think they can do anything this season. So I'm going for West Ham. A 2-1 win for West Ham, I think.
Well, like I say, Villa's definitely a sinking ship this season. I think they're going to struggle to repair the damage of last season. So I'm going for a 1-0 win for West Ham.
So I disagree. I mean, I like this West Ham team, but I think Villa will start the season well and then lose it. I think they'll have a good start, but they just won't have the team to carry on. They won't be able to keep it for the entire season. So I'm going to go with Villa on this one. I'm going to go with 2-1 Villa.
You agree that Villa aren't going to do well in the season?
But I think they'll start well. I think they'll start well. I think they just don't have
We're
the squad.
agreed that they won't be doing well.
At the end of the season, yeah, I just think they don't have the squad to carry it out. I think they'll start well.
Yeah.
The opposite, I think Villa have always had a good squad. I think McLeish wasn't the right man for the job, and that was reflected in the results. I think they've still got some great players there. Paul Lambert's come in, he did a great job with Norwich last season, and I'm very much not a fan of Sam Allardyce and his footballing tactics. I think it's going to be another dull game. West Ham just playing the long ball forward. Maybe nicking a goal, but I'd say 2-1 Villa.
Liam?
Well, yeah, again, I think it's going to be close. I think both teams are going to struggle this year. Aston Villa, I think since they lost O'Neill, I've not had anything to really feel that happy about. We're on a downward spiral, and I can't really see that changing, like Lambert or no Lambert. Depends who they can get in front of goal, sticking them in the net. But I think to start with, both teams will struggle. It's going to be 1-0.
Alright, it's you up first this time with Newcastle versus Spurs.
Well, yeah.
It's our final game.
It's going to be probably the highlight of the day. Evening kickoff. The two really evenly matched teams. I mean, last season they were side by side in the table, and I think this season it's going to be very much the same. Whether they finish 4th and 5th up towards the top of the league, or whether it's 7th and 8th, I think whatever happens, they're going to be side by side in the division. Neither side have made any great additions. That said, St James's Park, first game of the season, the fans will be roaring them on. 3-1 Newcastle.
It's definitely a tough ground for Spurs to go to start up with. Another team with a new manager coming in, one with a point to prove, to obviously he's distracted after his time at Chelsea. I don't know if I can see Newcastle carry the momentum on as much as I'd like it to. They were a joy to watch at times last season, especially the two strikers that picked up. But as much as it pains me, I'm just going to have to go with the Spurs win. I think probably 3-2. Exciting game. I think you're right. It's going to be the highlight of the weekend.
Ivan?
So I think it's going to be very evenly matched, this one. Like you said, VS both got something to prove, but Newcastle were, for me, the surprise of last season. Like their form was brilliant. But I reckon it's too evenly matched, this one. I'm going for 6-goal thriller, 3-all.
Whoa!
Big prediction.
Interesting. Rob?
Along the lines of what everybody else said, I thoroughly enjoyed Newcastle last season, and that takes a lot as a United fan. Certainly put plenty of goals past us last season. But I do think with the whole saga of the summer gone by with Tottenham, a very unsettled dressing room with the Modric and Van der Vaart sagas, a lot of controversy there. Was King out with injury, no longer in the Premier League? And
He's never really in it to start with.
He's got his effect on the team.
He does, but it'll still be there.
It was a personality in that dressing room, though.
But he'll still be there.
And a new manager as well at Spurs. I think they're going to take a while to settle into the groove of the Premiership. So I do think it's going to be an exciting game. We're going to go through a 3-2 with Newcastle.
Got some big turnaround to do after the way they ended the season.
True.
We're going to cut to Josh for the final prediction.
Yeah, like everyone else said, to be honest, I think apart from maybe the Arsenal-Sunderland match, it's going to be the most exciting one of the day. Again, I'm going to go with Newcastle 2-0.
Hopefully our pundits have helped you out with your own predictions. Post them on our Facebook page. If you get all the games right, you're in for a chance to win a pitcher of beer. Way!
next week.
See you next week.